Hello YouTube, my name is NikNakplayz, and today we're going to be going over all the little tips and tricks I personally use when utilizing the penthouse strat to get to high rounds in CoD Zombies. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now before we get into the video, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more tutorial videos like this one, as well as boatloads of content on the new maps as they come out. Now if you didn't already know this and you're seeing this for the first time, you need to equip the field upgrade Ring of Fire to your loadout. Now with the Ring of Fire, you need to make sure it's upgraded to tier 3. Tier 1 will give you double burn effect damage, and tier 3 will allow it so the ammo comes from your reserve and not your magazine. This is very crucial for this strategy to work properly. Ideally, you want Speed Cola to be tier 2 because this allows you to refill your field upgrade 20% faster. Being able to refill your ring as soon as you possibly can is going to help you maintain control in higher rounds. Ray gun is what I use and what I recommend, but other guns such as the Wonder Weapon can be used here also. But to be honest, once I have ray gun, I don't need anything else. So equipped a chopper gun or score streak just in case you run into any sticky situations, as well as some monkeys or decoys in case you go down to get set back up. I've seen a lot of guys use decoys for this, but personally I use monkeys because I've used decoys before and they've failed me before actually. I'll throw them down on the ground to pull all the zombies, and one or two will sneak through and not be distracted, so just something to keep in mind. That's why I personally use monkeys. This one's rather obvious, but I figured I'd throw it in here just to make sure you guys don't mess this up. Do not open the barrier behind you up top of penthouse. This will make it so the zombies come up and will spawn behind you and ruin the strat entirely, so do not do that, please. Quick tip number 1. The Ring of Fire doesn't full kill the zombies coming from the left spawn until roughly about round 30. I think it's just before round 30, but so just keep that in mind. They will be coming quite close to you if you have ray gun and are doing this early on. Alright, let's dive right into the strategy now. When activating the ring, try and make sure you're right against the left wall there, centered right on that spawn. This ensures that the zombies coming from that spawn die as soon as they possibly can from the Ring of Fire. Once you activate the ring, take roughly 2 shots with the ray gun at the spawn where they climb over the wall, ideally on the back side, then move to the right so you have a clear shot of the long path where the zombies spawn from mostly. Quick tip number 2. You stay as lined up with the left wall as possible. This will make it so that most of the zombies coming toward you will stay consolidated instead of getting really widely spread out, which makes it harder to control the situation. So just keep that in mind. Every so often, fire a couple rounds at that same spawn where they climb over the wall, just to take care of that spot for a minute while you take care of what's in front of you. When you're shooting the zombies while the ring is active, try and make sure you have about 30 shots in the clip ready to go for when the ring runs out. Therefore, you'll have roughly enough shots in your ray gun to refill your Ring of Fire without running out of ammo after your ring runs out. The reload animation is quite slow and can get you in trouble quick if you don't time this properly. Little strat I use to make this easier on high rounds is to throw a Molotov right at the spawn where they climb over the wall there. This will take care of both that spawn and the zombies coming towards you, just enough time to reload to make sure you're ready to go for when the ring runs out. Now the moment your Ring of Fire runs out, this is very important, turn to your left as fast as you possibly can and shoot a few rounds into the ground where that spawn is to your left, but then instantly turn back to the front. Start taking care of the guys coming over the wall as well as the guys coming straight at you. And depending on what round you're on, you can get your Ring of Fire refilled pretty quickly. Then just go back to that left spot, activate the ring, and repeat. I can't stress how crucial this step is. This is actually one of the main reasons I go down personally when I'm on high rounds. If you don't turn to the left and take care of that spawn immediately, they'll jump over and you'll be overrun in no time and you'll have to pull your chopper. So just keep that in mind. Very important. Quick tip number 3. Avoid insta-kills at all costs. Now, if you need an insta-kill, obviously grab it. But the thing is with insta-kill is it doesn't allow your Ring of Fire to refill, or any field upgrade for that matter. So once you're up there and you're trying to refill your ring and you have an insta-kill, as soon as that insta-kill runs out, you're going to be out of ammo in your ray gun and you're going to be in a tough situation. So just keep that in mind. Avoid insta-kills. When a Megaton spawns, you want to focus on splitting him immediately. If you're able to split him and kill the bombers within the same Ring of Fire, it's a lot easier to handle that scenario. But if you were to split the Megaton and then your ring runs out, typically you can refill it fast enough to take care of the splitters as well, but it's obviously just a lot easier if you're able to do both in one. So try and do that as soon as you possibly can. When you're below round 100, you can typically get through an entire round without having to refill your ammo, but Personally, I go to the ammo box at the bottom of the stairs and knock around Toten. But you can go anywhere. It's up to you, right? Whatever feels most comfortable for you. I've seen people go out all the way to pond. I've seen people go all the way to spawn. There's one right before you walk through the door and knocked at spawn. So a lot of options for that. That's entirely up to you. Final quick tip. When you see a dog coming from the far spawn right in front of you, try to take him out as soon as you possibly can. The smoke that they drop will actually slow down all the other zombies coming for you as well, which makes it a lot easier to maintain control, especially after super sprinters start at round 52. Well guys, that just about wraps up my penthouse high round strategy guide. Keep an eye out for more content like this in the near future, as well as all the Firebase Z videos I'll be dropping very soon. See you then!